Hey everyone, I'm very happy to bring out our first guest. You may know him from the Geek to Me blog, and you can also read his new story, An Army of Darkness, 1992.1. Welcome to the Geek Show stage, Elliott Serrano, everybody.
See, I wanted to take a picture of the audience, but I can't now because of... Are there people out there?
God, I hope I'm hearing voices again.
Oh, look. Oh, this is going to be great on Instagram. It's just, you know, clouds.
Come to the Geek Show, where we got tons of cumulus clouds for you to see. Or stratus. I don't know. I'm no scientist. Elliott, thank you so much for coming by.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
Of course, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about Army of Darkness. Who here is a fan of Evil Dead? Right?
Those are the folks that we want to buy this book.
Yes, please do. This is in stores now?
It's in stores now. Just came out last week. 5 stories from 4 previous writers from the Army of Darkness series from previous volumes, including one with the new writer who's going to be on the new Army of Darkness series. We're calling it Army of Darkness Ash in Space.
Things are always better in space.
In space. Ironically, he's not going to be in space though. It's like a bait and switch.
Okay.
I'm joking. He really.
I was just like, it's a bait and switch. But why?
They bait and switch, and then they switch again.
The classic double bait.
The double bait and switch.
Of course.
Cullen Bunn, who many folks might know from the Deadpool series. So give it up, give it up. Cullen's a good guy. And give it up. Cullen's a good guy. And so James Kahoric, Mike Raked, myself, Cullen Bunn, and Steve Niles. I can't forget Steve Niles. 30 Days of Night. You guys know Steve Niles? Yeah.
That movie got me through. That sounds really terrible because it's such a violent movie. That movie was one of the quintessential vampire movies for me. I think it's pretty underrated.
It is. It's actually one of those. It answers a question that I've always wondered: why no one ever explored vampires in Alaska when it's dark, like all day, all night, you know, which is actually pretty brilliant.
And sure enough, he did.
And he did. And then they made it into a movie. I tease Steve. Steve and I are chums, and every once in a while I go, "Hey, dude, you know, buy me a drink. You know, you got that 30 Days a Night movie money." He goes, "Yeah, right." But he explained to me how comic writers, when they sell their properties to the movie studios, they essentially get screwed. So, you know, mind you, he's still living a great life. You know, I'm very jealous of him, but. So yeah, the 5 of us, we all did a story. We were asked, since we were all known for writing the Army of Darkness series, and I held the record as having the second longest run on Army of Darkness. Thank you. Very good. I wrote a story called Ash Beyond, where I wanted to say what would happen if the Evil Dead stories took place in the future, like what would happen. So the Necronomicon isn't so much an evil book as it is malware that Ash and his girlfriend get when they go into a virtual reality cabin to have a little sim sex, you know what I mean?
I had a chance to read it before the show, and I think it's a lot smarter than I would have thought. I was like, okay, I see what we're doing here. Oh, he works at Amazon. Oh, there's drones.
There you go, yeah. But I could have called it Amazon, but you already have S-Smart, so... Smartcom. Yeah. And then the drones that everyone's talking about, Amazon will be delivering stuff via drones. And so yeah, I thought I'd play with that, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be able to play with Ash again because I had a lot of fun with the character. He's someone that I really enjoy. He's I got to knock off one on my bucket list on the top 3 characters that I want to be able to write on someday, and I knocked off one, so 2 to go.
Well, so obviously, if Ash is one of them, who are the other 2?
Indiana Jones.
Of course.
I have an Indiana Jones story up here. One, it's like something he's never gone after before. That
is it a crystal skull?
Shit.
Because I saw that story. I think you're going to want to keep it in your head.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, those 3 movies, there was no 4.
I will defend Crystal Skull.
I will defend. I actually.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're like, this is like my one friend right here.
Okay. I remember specifically. I was in junior year of college. We went to go see Crystal Skull, and I must have been like high on life because that movie ended. I looked over at my friends. I was like, "That was amazing." And I'm not friends with them anymore, because they have taste. But the first 15 minutes of Crystal Skull, I thought were fantastic. It's just that there's more movie after that.
Well, I think I don't do this because everyone knows I live on Instagram and Twitter here. Seriously, Elliott Serrano, 2 L's, 2 T's, 2 R's. I freaking, okay.
There's no more fog, let him do his work.
The one thing I've been wanting to do, I've only gotten so far, to live tweet a date. And then live tweet, like, after the date. So if there's anyone willing, I mean, I will call you in the morning. If you want to talk to me then.
He will reply to you on Twitter.
Like the NBA player who was tweeting during, I don't know if you ever saw that, I forget the name of the NBA player, he was tweeting during a date, he even took a picture of his date, who spent all this time like yelling at him about saying how shallow he was, and he was talking about how ugly she was, and it ended with, but I'm still taking her home, and what do you know, it happened, but then we never got any tweets after that. You get to the really good part, and then he stopped, so like, anywho, I forgot what we were talking about.
Army of Darkness. We were talking a little bit earlier about how Ash is one of those characters that
Yes,
kind of exists in like a multiverse, and I think this is it's a really good example of it because of course yours is in the future. Army of Darkness, when that movie ends, obviously it's crazy shit happening.
Yeah, and that's going to be addressed hopefully with the new series that's going to be coming out with Bruce Campbell, produced by Sam Raimi. So I'm looking forward to that because they say it does take place after Army of Darkness. So Sam Raimi hopefully is going to address they say it's 22 some years later. They're saying so. If
Dumb and Dumber can make 3 movies, pretty sure we can get like something from Evil Dead.
Pretty much. Oh, that's right. And the third character, Luke Skywalker. I have a Luke Skywalker story up here too. Thank you, my one friend.
So let me ask you this: Star Wars Episode 7,
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. The Force has a headache. The Force checks its Facebook.
The Force is drowsy.
The Force wonders why it signed up for OkCupid.
The Force live tweets a date.
Yeah. The Force wonders why no one swipes right on Tinder. Oh, that one hit close to somebody.
The thing is, like,
have you seen the Force's profile on Tinder, by the way? It's like that. Don't use a picture from 5 years ago. And then when they meet you, they're like, dude, you don't look anything like that.
The About Me section's like, I dabbled in midi-chlorians, but I cleaned up. I'm looking for a relationship.
And it sounds kind of dirty, midi-chlorians. I'm going to penetrate you, bind you together.
Midi-chlorians never said that to me. Maybe I wasn't watching Phantom Menace that closely. Can I tell you my theory on midi-chlorians?
Yeah.
All right, I've thought about this at length because it's cheaper than therapy. I believe that midi-chlorians are attracted to the Force. So I believe
a different Tinder profile right there. Midi-chlorians, swipe right. I see the Force, swipe right.
I believe that they're attracted to the Force. That's why when at the end of Episode 3, when there's no more Jedi, you never hear about midi-chlorians because the Force is almost absent in that universe.
And then it's gonna wake up later.
It only got 6 hours of sleep. It needs to do 2 more movies after that.
All it needs is juice box and chicken nap,
If someone starts selling like Force plushies, I would probably buy one.
How do you do a Force plushie?
You make
do a midi-chlorian plushie.
What?
A midi-chlorian, it's like a thing that lives in your cellular cells,
I would make a midi-chlorian like, in science experiments where they tell you to like take care of an egg?
No.
I would never take care of it. That's my midi-chlorian. That's how I feel about my egg baby.
Yoda would be really disappointed in you.
Well, I'd probably be Sith. Whenever I talk about Harry Potter, I always think that Slytherin's going to be the best choice anyway. Elliot, you obviously know an awful lot about several aspects of geek culture, which is why I kind of wanted to throw down a gauntlet and do some who would win scenarios.
All right.
So I have written on these cards, people from VStheUNIVERSE have written down their favorite characters from Star Wars, Star Trek, comic books, video games, things like that. I'm just going to pick two, and I want you to tell me who would win.
All right.
We've got...
I mean, my answer is always going to be whoever the writer wants to win, but, you know.
Well, first one's Jar Jar Binks. Versus... Ash from Army of Darkness. Glad we're getting that one out of the way. So I think it's a close fight. Here's why. Jar Jar's annoying enough to overpower Ash and probably make him kill himself.
Me's a deep heavy bomb bag. You know, it's funny because in my run on Army of Darkness, I had kind of a alien sidekick for Ash that was just a tad more annoying than Jar Jar, and I kind of played with that a bit. Jar Jar would be like Jar Jar Bits.
Hacked up with a chainsaw?
Yeah.
That's a really good image to think about. I'm going to think about that. Next up, we have Darth Vader. Like, none of the obscure ones we wrote down around here. Watch this be obscure. Jean-Luc Picard. Darth Vader.
Okay, what kind of, are we talking about like fisticuffs? Are we talking lightsaber versus phaser, or are they sitting across from each other at a table negotiating something?
I just like the image of them being at like a Hardee's. Or like a Jack in a Box. Let's say they're having a discussion, but they want, like, at any moment there could be a lightsaber or a phaser.
I ordered the tacos.
I had order 66, a large Pepsi.
Man, that's a good one though, because Vader kind of, as we know about Vader, when he gets into any sort of negotiation, he gets all Bill Gates on you at the last moment. You say no, and he's like, he's gonna acquire your company.
And he makes windows. Sorry. That joke meter is really going off the charts right now.
If it's a negotiation, I would give it to Picard.
Okay.
But if Vader is like gets really frustrated and he's not getting what he wants, he better have Riker in there with him because he's going to get force choked.
Absolutely. I just like to imagine, like, if Riker has to come in to negotiate, he just vaults over several chairs. To get there.
And Vader would be like, impressive. Most impressive.
Okay, let's see. Oh, Captain Planet. He is our hero. Versus Toto from The Wizard of Oz. Now, I know you love dogs.
Okay, this is another qualifier. What is the challenge?
Planet has wrong Toto. And Toto seeks revenge. They're in an open valley surrounded by volcanoes. Sure, and tornadoes.
Okay, you got it. Okay, here's the thing about Toto, all right?
You gotta get into the mind.
Okay.
He's seen some shit.
Look, flying monkeys, a poppy full of, a field full of poppies that would knock you out, a witch that was out to kill you, and yet, that dog's like, fuck, I'm in this basket, you're not touching me. I'm telling you, Toto was behind it all along. I mean, he's like whispering, piss her off, throw water at her. Who thought water would kill the witch, right? Toto knew it. I'm gonna give Toto knew it.
Let's get to our title bout. Oh man. Let's see.
Sorry, I just went a little blue there. Was that okay?
Yeah.
I was like, not blue, but like highlighter blue.
It's like Robin's egg blue.
Robin's egg blue.
Periwinkle.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. For our title bout, we have, oh shit, Han Solo versus Toto. Han Solo versus, oh shit, The Flash.
All right, is this comic book Flash or CW Flash?
CW Flash is dreamy. Let's say Barry Allen.
Barry Allen Flash? Yeah. No, it's gotta be Barry Allen Flash.
Yeah,
It's gotta be Barry Allen. Because Han Solo can shoot first. And he always shoots first.
But if we revisit the fight later...
he always shoots first, alright? You're like, Gone
in the Flash.
Yeah. But the Flash can outrun a blaster bolt, so
sure.
It's really, yeah.
Alright, so you're giving it to Flash?
I give it to the Flash, yeah.
Okay, cool. Does the audience think Han Solo or Flash? Flash? Well, like everyone that's a big Star Wars fan is like, no, he's screwed. We love Han Solo, but he's dead.